Ready? Go!
I've mentioned how much I like the Super Monkey Ball series before, and I'll say it again. Super Monkey Ball is absolutely awesome. In addition to the console games, Sega has recently published one of the games for the 3DS, and that perfectly captures the feel of the series in the palm of your hand. Now, some people forget that there was another Super Monkey Ball game that was released in 2002 for the Game Boy Advance. There's a good reason why most people forget about it. This is Super Monkey Ball Jr.
Ready? Go!
Super Monkey Ball Jr. doesn't really feature a story, unlike Super Monkey Ball 2. The main game is what you would expect. There's 3 different skill levels for courses, and you guide one of the monkeys across each one as you work your way towards the goal and collect bananas. However, it isn't that simple. Because the Game Boy Advance didn't have an analog stick, there really isn't any way to gently push your monkey forward. You can see me dying over and over again in this footage, and that isn't because I suck. The game controls were really suited for an analog stick, but since it wasn't programmed for one, get ready to drastically shoot from one side of the screen to the other.
Go! 3, 2, 1.
Now, while the main game isn't anything to rave about, I've always believed that the minigames are the best part of Super Monkey Ball, and this continues in Super Monkey Ball Jr. There's only 3 games to choose from when you start, but they're all done very well. The first, and perhaps the best, is Monkey Fight. We've all seen it before. You get a boxing glove on a spring, and you punch the other monkeys off of the course. The controls in this version, though, are actually much better than the main game. For what reason, I don't know. You can actually control your character. Next is Monkey Bowling, and this is probably the weakest of the 3. It's very similar to the Monkey Bowling game available on the console game, but it's a little more difficult. Spinning is pretty hard to do, and I didn't get a single strike while I was recording. That isn't necessarily a bad thing, though. It just takes a lot of practice. Last up is Monkey Golf, a brutal arcade golf game. Unlike its console cousins, this version of Monkey Golf takes place on a monkey ball course, not a golf course. While this doesn't sound like a big deal, it means that you'll routinely fall off at the side of the course as you putt yourself towards the hole. With that being said, the game is still a lot of fun, but it will cause a little bit of frustration. Visually, Super Monkey Ball Jr. is one of the most impressive games on the Game Boy Advance. This could easily pass as a DS title, and movements are also very smooth. Audio is also very impressive, utilizing many more voice samples than I would have expected from a portable game, and the music is also pretty high quality. Super Monkey Ball Jr. is not a bad game, especially when you consider that it's 9 years old, but there just isn't much reason to remember it when you consider the fact that there's a much better game that's easier to find and on a console that is still relevant in Super Monkey Ball 3. If you're a big Monkey Ball fan, you might want to pick it up, but otherwise, just pass.